Teak, why don't you take the reins? We've got the big guy in studio. This is fun.
We do. Last year, when the pandemic destroyed society in a lot of ways, Michael Rubin of Fanatics decided to launch an all-in challenge. The idea was to get all of his friends in the celebrity world, from Peyton Manning to the Kardashians, Tiger Woods, Ellen, Leonardo DiCaprio, etc., his buddy Robert Kraft, Drake, and create unique experiences for people to bid on. And one of them, because we're friendly through Ron Berkowitz with Michael Rubin and Fanatics, was to come host the Tiki and Tierney show with us. And we had our...
Sounds like a consolation prize.
Yeah, I know, right? But we have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Terry's going to have fun here. Again, I mentioned the numbers, $59,855,000, $60 million.
Awesome.
Michael Rubin and Fanatics raised to benefit Meals on Wheels, No Kid Hungry, America Food Fund, the World Central Kitchen, and Feeding America.
That's great.
Great work was done, because we all know that a lot of people were out of work, and food poverty
still are, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Became a big issue. Food poverty was a big deal. And this guy sitting to our left, Terry Candlish. BT wanted to say Candlish.
No, you thought, I never made it 3 syllables. It sounded that way.
Terry Candlish is the All-In Challenge winner, and he joins us here.
What's up, Terry?
What's happening?
Terry boy.
Tiki's the one that nailed the name.
Yes.
But I hear Candlish and...
almost like John Candelaria, the old pitcher from the 70s and 80s, that lefty sidewinder.
Yeah, my friends call me Scandlish.
Oh, boy, you look like you got a shady side to you. Maybe a buried shady side. Not anymore, obviously very charitable, which is why you're here.
Yeah, tell us.
It looks like a little rough and tumble back in the day, doesn't it?
No doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. By the way, thank you for your service. Terry was also in the Navy.
Yes, sir. I love it.
Thank you very much for your service.
Yeah.
And tell us why you got involved with the All-In Challenge, and I guess more importantly, why you chose us.
Because everybody else was taken.
Yeah, they weren't just taken; they were taken for too much money.
Let's be honest here. You want to hang out with Drake for $1 million, or hang out with Tiki and Tierney for 10? I'll take choice B.
No, when they first started it, and they were really trying to advertise it when it first hit.
Yeah,
and they were starting to draw some names, and got Tom Brady about getting to be a host with him for his first game in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Get his cleats, get his jersey, hang out on the sideline. I'm like, man, that's what drew me.
What about his HGH? Can you get us there? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Keep going.
Sort of.
I'm totally kidding. Whatever's in that TB12 bottle.
No, but once you start looking down at the list of all those things, that thing ended up going for like $800,000.
I can see why.
Giselle bid it up.
Did she get? I'm sure.
I wasn't price shopping, but you start going down the list and saw your pretty mug up on there and said, "Hey, what is this?" And then it says host CBS Sports. I'm like, that thought never crossed my mind. I'm a very big sports fan. Pay attention a lot. Of course, you've been on many of my fantasy teams.
Thank you. Can I have my cut, please?
You're assuming that he won.
Of course he won.
Did you win? Did you win when he was on the team?
I don't think so.
There you go.
Come on.
See, that's why I'm in this room.
Dude, why you let him influence you like that?
I just keep it real. Listen. Come on. You had some great seasons. You had a couple quiet seasons early, buddy, depending on when you were on his team.
That's a good point. I did hand the ball over a little bit. Just saying.
No, I was chasing Marshall Faulk and had to settle for you.
Is he wrong? No lies detected here. Are you? So you said that you really didn't have. I think you said this. You didn't have any real aspiration to ever do radio or TV. You're a big sports fan, but you listen to sports radio daily back home.
Yes.
Like, do you consume it on a daily basis?
Yeah, consume it on the internet, radio, everything. Saw that. Just threw a bid in and thinking it was going to go way higher than it did.
I don't know if you have to say that on there, buddy.
Look at him. He's like coming in daggers.
This guy
blows, man. He might be from Brooklyn.
I was stationed in New Jersey for like 6 months.
Okay, what part?
Lakehurst.
Gotcha. 6 months. Recently or back in the day?
No, this was back in the day.
How old were you when you joined the Navy?
I was 18.
And that's what you did out of high school? You wanted to go and...
Straight right out.
Really?
3 months in.
What was the motivation? Any family members? I don't know how old you are, so where were we as a country? Were you reacting to something that was going on in the world, or were you just...
It was a need, thinking about either coming out of high school, going to college. Military was a good choice. It wasn't any war yet until Iraq.
Yep. Okay, gotcha.
I had a kid in high school back then. That kind of influenced a little bit.
Yeah, getting a job, something stable.
Yeah, something, get some money and pay for it.
Yeah. Now you've done well, though. He had a company, sold it. He's good.
Is it public record how much he sold it for?
No, I have
but
no
have to hit him
idea.
up for a loan before he gets out of here.
Yeah, we definitely hitting him up for a loan. We need to upgrade our stadium. Our studio.
We do. This table's getting a little ratty looking, right? What else do we need? Samter, what else do we need here for the studio? What else do we need, Samter? We got the guy cutting the check, so tell us now. What do we need upgrade-wise? We're good on headphones, right? These microphones getting pretty filthy.
Yeah.
I think we can start the microphone. We'll send you the check. Don't worry about it. We'll get it for you.
So you're a Denver Bronco fan, and Denver surprised everybody because we were talking about the Cowboys game last weekend. They get blown out. I mean, it was 30-16 ultimately, but it was those were cosmetic points at the end of the game. Surprised by Denver, or is this a blip? How do you feel about your Broncos after that win? Because they started great, then they faded. Now they're kind of maybe back again.
Yeah, I was shocked. They're 10-point dogs.
Do you bet, by the way? Honestly, you can say yes or no.
I mean,
I do.
BT's all over it.
Yes or no? So you do. I knew I liked this guy. Keep going.
I knew I couldn't even take the 10 points. I didn't think it was going to be that close.
Wow. Okay, gotcha. So I got it. I didn't touch that. I didn't touch that game either. I got you.
Yeah, you don't touch it. And then they came out. I read a couple stories about Tim Patrick getting upset about them going for it on fourth down a few times, which they felt was disrespectful. So I don't know if that's what sparked it or Jerry Jones' game plan.
Yeah,
you heard the first segment.
As a fan, if you're a fan of the Cowboys, are you concerned about this? I mean, we're blowing it up because that's just kind of what we do.
I don't think we made more. I don't think we overreacted. But GM said, the owner said, I sit in there. I basically told them what to do.
But if you're a fan, are you worried about?
I would hate this. But ask him. I would hate this.
As a fan, would you hate this?
Well, if Jerry Jones came in,
or Broncos ownership was like, hey, we're basically sitting in with
let's say John
Fangio.
Elway. Let's say it's John Elway. If John Elway's going to sit down with Vic Fangio, like, hey, Vic, I'm not sure you should do that. Pat Shermer, the offensive coordinator, that didn't work when you were in New York. Can we try something else? Would you like that?
Well, John has the resume. he can back that up
as a player, not as an executive, really. I mean, outside of
So as a player, he can go in and at least game plan, mark down X's and O's. But I'm not so sure about Jerry Jones having those qualifications, other than a big checkbook.
How many Broncos games have you been to?
I'd say at least 20.
You like it? You like the game day experience is phenomenal, right?
The tailgating beforehand is great.
That's
usually the best part.
It really is. It's so much fun. The smell, have a couple cold ones. It's the best.
I wouldn't see Denver as a tailgating.
What are you kidding me?
They're
phenomenal. No, even
really?
Boulder, Colorado, Boulder, the Buffs,
I mean, I think of like Arrowhead with Kansas City, Buffalo,
for sure. I think, with the exception of, and they're going to start hitting me up on Twitter. No, I'm not dissing you, but with the exception of I'm not saying they're not good fans, but in terms of like a real fertile tailgating scene, Jacksonville. There's probably, I don't think Miami's the best tailgating. Well, usually the warmer spots, to be honest with you. I'd say there's probably only 4 or 5 cities of all the NFL teams that are not very vibrant.
Yeah.
It's like the lifeblood of game day. What are you talking about, Barber?
I just don't. Maybe because I never experienced it.
Because you're always playing.
Exactly.
Us knuckleheads were out there having fun.
I'm just trying to think of the hard cities to drive into. There were just so many throwing stuff at the buses and things like that. Denver didn't seem like that to me.
No, they're not that tough out there, but they do show up and they're passionate. Yeah, for sure. And they like to drink. Kansas City is a real good place if you like barbecue. You can just walk around and people just give you.
I know, very friendly.
Ribs.
Yeah. Although they're a little more protective, a little more territorial these days because their team's not as good. They were feeling good for, hey, take this, take that, take this rack, take this thing. Oh, wait, we only scored 13 points? Give me that back. I don't feel as generous today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we drop fresh content.